Welcome to the channel. This is Jonathan with a Veteran Rebuilds. The purpose of this channel is very simple. I am trying to rebuild personally. I joined the Army in 2007, but that wasn't the whole story. I actually dropped out of college, quit my job, and had to lose 70 pounds to do it. I wanted to take my life in a different direction, and in order to do so, the weight was really the issue. I changed the way I was eating, I changed my activity, learned how to be a runner, made sure that I got enough sleep, and in 7 months' time, I dropped 70 pounds necessary to be able to enlist in August of 2007. I enlisted as a 25 Charlie, a radio operator maintainer, for those who don't know. I went to basic at Fort Benning. I went to AIT at Fort Gordon. Both of those places are in Georgia. My first duty station was Joint Base Lewis McChord, Fort Lewis at the time. I was there for 5 years, deployed to Iraq twice, 2009, 2011. After I had my first child, I was sent off to Korea, Area 1, Camp Casey Hovey. And then I finished my career in 2015 at Fort Drum in New York. There was a lot of stuff that happened over that 8-year period of time. Got married, had a child. There were some deaths in the family. There were some health scares, deployments, marital issues. You name it, it was all there. After I retired in 2015, I went back to Washington with my wife to try to have a life with our family. Again, more issues. A lot of these issues personal. A lot of things I struggled with mentally, physically. I had put a bunch of weight back on. I just couldn't figure it out. And in July of 2017, I tried to kill myself. Luckily, that didn't happen. Luckily, I'm still here. But for what? I moved down to Texas with my wife and my wife at the time and my daughter, and at the end of 2017, hoping for a fresh start. More of the same. Marriage deteriorated quickly, and here we are, 2025. I stepped on the scale this morning, yesterday morning, and I weighed in at 307 pounds, 7 ounces. That is the heaviest I have ever been in my entire life. I've had enough. I just can't do it. It has destroyed me, destroyed my perception of myself, completely obliterated my confidence. Makes me worry about the future of my daughter. Will I even be there as she grows up? She's 12 currently, just turned 12 in December. Will I be there when she's gets married? Will I be there when she graduates? Will I be there when she has her own children? I'd like to be. So here in 2025, the decision's been made. In order to be there, I have to make drastic changes. I'm going to show you guys some pictures of myself, starting with a picture of me in Iraq in 2009 when I was running pretty regularly. I was probably weighing in at about 210, 205, 210, somewhere in there. DFAC food in Iraq is pretty good. Then I'm going to follow that up with some pictures of myself, front, side, and back. These pictures are going to be me as of Sunday, January 5th, 2025. In my current state, I am not particularly happy. I walk past the mirror every day when I start my morning to go use the bathroom, and I am forced to look at myself, and I don't like what I see. I do not look anything like the man I was 10 years ago, 15 years ago. And yes, I understand changes happen. Change is going to come. Can't stop Father Time. I understand all that, but this isn't Father Time. This is just laziness. This is just lack of discipline. This is just not giving a shit. And I'm not happy with that anymore. So with that being said, the purpose of this channel is to chronicle this next year or so to see what we come up with. The goal would be to lose 80 pounds by the end of the year. I think it's a very doable goal. I think it's reachable. It's just going to require me to tap back in and get disciplined. It's going to require me to care, something that I haven't done in a long time. Um, I live in Central Texas. I go to the VA hospital around here. When I was in therapy at Fort Drum, I was with a bunch of guys who were getting ready to medically retire, for whatever reasons, medical or mental, physical, complications from service, complications from deployments. And I saw a lot of the same stuff. Guys who were killers at one point, probably 40, 50 pounds heavier than they were before, medication that they're taking to deal with problems they have, alcohol abuse, um, eating poorly, depression, um, apathy, just not caring. And, again, a lot of times not through their own fault. It's just the situation they find themselves in. It's a bunch of things all at once, perfect storm. And it makes it feel like there's no way out. It makes it hard to find out which way is up. But I know which way is up, and that's where we're headed. So hopefully you guys will stick with me. Hopefully you guys will like, share, and subscribe. And hopefully you can watch me as I hold myself accountable and try to achieve exactly what it is that I'd like to achieve. A life, a life past being 307 pounds, a life past being by myself, trying to convince myself that I'm happy being by myself. Um, I want to care about myself again. And in order to do that, sometimes you got to hold yourself accountable. So, anybody who's here right now, I appreciate you tuning in. Um, this is also for anybody who's wants to make a drastic change in their life. It's always hard knowing that there's an issue and making the decision to fix it. That's where the struggle comes in. But hopefully, if you guys are watching this and I can make progress every week, we will do at least a video every Sunday or at least once weekly, but every Sunday, recapping the week, what I've done physically, how I've eaten, kind of music I'm listening to, the kind of stuff I'm doing to make sure that I'm prepared mentally to undertake this task right here. Um, if you'd like to make a change in your life, do it. You can do it. I know it's hard. I know life happens every day. You got a wife, you got kids, you got a husband, you've got problems at work. You name it. You're battling depression yourself or something else, some other health issue. But this is for you. We can do this. It's a choice. You can be as you choose to be. It's an act of discipline, but it can be done. And hopefully there'll be some of you guys here watching this that'll decide in their own life that there's changes they'd like to make, and they'll make them. Together we can hopefully help each other along on this journey, inspire each other. Anyways, you'll be hearing from me soon. Thank you for tuning in. This is Jonathan, out.